Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity. This is going to begin. This is again filler for Fighting Spirit Mania. This is going to be on Radeon between Speed starting in the bottom right hand corner as the green Terran upper left hand corner. We have Yoon starting as the purple Zerg, and Speed. Mostly, I'm just kind of grabbing this as a ladder match. It's like looking for people who've played actively and had something nearby. I know if it's a Flash game, Artosis will probably cover it. I think I've actually got a Flash game. I don't know if I've uploaded it yet. By the time you guys have this, it's been uploaded. But as far as the Twitch cast, I'm not sure whether it's been uploaded or not. But I saw that I'm like, I can count on Artosis to cast a Flash game if it's out there. And it's been running, which is pretty entertaining. It was interesting listening to his take on it comparatively. By the way, be sure to check. I'm sure there's two groups, which I feel like this is a weird new golden age of Brood War, where we actually have two people covering the SSL finals or the SSL tournament. And that's just, I don't know, it feels like we haven't had that for a very long period of time. And now we've got two separate groups that are doing it. You have Tastosis, who I guess I'm a little bit more favorable towards donating to their Patreon, since they both, this is what they do for a living. So they're a little bit more reliant on it. And then you also have Starcast TV out there with Nyokin. Nyokin, I think right of this second, Nyokin is my favorite co-caster. Just that guy's so knowledgeable and so fun. But anyway, be sure to check out either of the casts. I'm not going to play favorites as far as like who you should go for, but I recommend supporting one or the other if you're interested in the longevity of the StarCraft community. Hopefully that can eventually turn around into other long-term whatnot. But anyway, looks like we're seeing a 11 hatch upper left-hand corner, and we are seeing, so we saw Depot before Rax on Speed's part. Speed has just been all over the place. Speed had an interesting performance. People are calling him the second coming of Flash. I think and I've noticed that players tend to not play as well, maybe because they're intimidated a little bit against Speed, which is unusual in the pro gamer space, pro gamer killer, although he did not make it through a lot of rounds of SSL. And I think part of the reason for that is, out of anybody that I've ever seen try to execute two-port Wraith versus Zerg at large, he does the best out of, like, he's just phenomenal at abusing the exact perfect range of both cloak and between Overlord vision and whatnot of any player. Really has the strongest Wraith micro of any player I've ever seen. And I think just being able to do that, have that innate sense of vision of Overlord's range and whatnot, just lets people know that he's serious business. So we could see that more along the line, but I think that's kind of what gives people, that's what's put people on notice. We're seeing a double scout for him, by the way, to see if you go for command center. Earlier command center did in fact scout the 11 hatch. He's got a Marine making its way across the field. He's going to try to get some damage on this Overlord. Is that, yeah, Overlord's going to repivot. Spawning pool is up, so that Marine just getting a little bit of damage running away. He is going ahead and tacking on a refinery after one Marine into command center. He's going ahead and building what will be the third Marine. So first Marine made its way out. Scouting drone got wiped out, by the way, mid-map as it's making its way back across. Initial two Zerglings doing some damage. We do have tech to layer. I didn't get the extractor timing, but this is looking like 2-hatch. It's looking like 2-hatch to me. No additional tech. I think this is going to turn into Evolution Chamber, or sorry, Evolution. It was going to turn into Engineering Bay Academy into 5 racks, at least the way this is looking right this second. We'll have to see. It is possible that he'll go factory once he has that 100 gas and maybe go for 2-port Wraith. He is kind of settling to, so it looks like this is going to be in fact a factory drop. So never mind, gonna go, yeah, so gonna go factory. I think this is going to be 2-port in the space of this. It's coming out a little bit later. So there's the Spire, but he's had a lot of success previously, moving the 4 Marines forward to try to push out a little bit off timing to try to push out an earlier second colony. And there wasn't a lot of vision across the field, so it's going to be very so Yoon losing a drone across the field right there, and this is going to be too late. He's going to be able to get a lot of drone kills and force out a lot of lings as a result of this, and really good timing on this. You see the drones pulling away, and that'll also buy time. So another drone getting picked off right there. This will also buy some time, but also some good damage on the economy. The 4 Zerglings actually able to get 2 Marines because of the earlier damage in the weak one. Wow, how did 4 Lings kill 3 Marines in that back corner? I'm not sure if that was lag micro or what, but 1 Marine still survived, but some amazing micromanagement. I think it's more bad micromanagement there on Speed's part, shuffling the Marines along a little bit too aggressively. It looks like it's actually, so rather than Wraith play, it is in fact going to be mech play off 2 bases. So we're seeing 3 factory Vulture Speed, I will say Speed's got some amazing creative builds in the space of this. Part of the problem with this, though, is the Spire's just about finished. So, and he's already got one machine shop dropping, and he's got a Vulture, and he needs that Vulture to buy him some time, because he's only got 3 Marines otherwise. The creep colony is not going to be finished. It looks like the Zergling is going to be able to delay that Vulture potentially long enough to at least start morphing, or Zergling's going to block the ramp. So the Vulture is going to be able to create some delay here. And it looks like he's even going to be able to get, is he going to be able to get an additional drone kill? Able to at least harass the drones off the corner and deny gas, which is great, buying some time. And that's going to buy some time to at least get 2 Goliaths out. But my secondary concern is I don't know that enough economic damage has been wrought to, because this is still 5 Mutalisks making the way across. 4 Goliaths and 3 Marines might be able to fight that out if it was better positioning, but the turrets, yeah, not up. Well, I guess the turrets are going to be just in the nick of time. This is still very, very risky, and presuming that additional Mutalisks are not going to be queued up, and we do see a Mutalisk, actually a Scourge queued up in anticipation of potentially Valkyries. But so the Mutalisks have been spotted. The 5 Mutalisks, yeah, you can see initially they're like, okay, I'm a little bit concerned, but now they're like, you know what? Now I know I can get damage done. They need to get a move on though, because as the Goliath count gets larger, it becomes more and more frustrating to deal with. 1 Mutalisk for 1 Goliath, definitely worthwhile. Now we got 4, and I feel like 5 is kind of the magic count, especially when the Charon booster upgrade is complete. So the 4 Mules having some trouble against the 4 Goliaths, and that's, I guess, technically 5 total with the 2 turrets to the north. So Speed does manage to survive the initial onslaught, but we do have more Mutalisks being constructed. +1 weapons, by the way, on the way. +1 armor is going to be ahead of it, though. So not going to be as effective as it might have been otherwise. I feel like the, I don't know, it just, Mech is just so strong and so beefy to begin with. That +1 armor just feels even stronger, but he's still going to have to weather some of the storm. We got 3 more turrets and an engineering bay to try to create some cruft. Another Mutalisk getting picked off in the midst of that. Yoon having some trouble microing this. Could be a little bit of lag between them because you can see just the micro not as sharp as it might be otherwise. But we're already seeing a pretty sizable pile of Goliaths. Charm booster already upgraded. The Mutalisks now diving towards this back corner. They're going to be able to at least get an SCV. It looks like more SCVs getting picked off to the corner. The Goliaths not stopping though. They are on a kill mission, making their way towards the front. There's only a single Sunken Colony there for Yoon. He's going to need a slew of additional Sunken Colonies if he's going to defend this. You can see he's trying to, and he still hasn't grabbed a third. It's going to be an in-base 3rd hatchery. Never mind, just going to GG right there. Wow, what a crazy match. So recognizing that he didn't get enough damage with the Mutalisks, and his Sunken Colonies weren't going to be in time to stop the Goliaths as they marched across the field. Nuts. So Speed takes the win, and kind of a crazy one. Haven't seen that before, so let's kind of rewind just a few seconds to kind of show the problem. So Mutalisk kind of trapped in this back corner. They'd have to fly through a lot of enemy territory. And yeah, the creep colony's nowhere near in the nick of time. That single Sunken Colony wasn't going to be sufficient. All right. So game over. Speed wins. Continues to dominate the ladder. He is #1 on ladder, by the way. He overtook Flash recently. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.